What's up guys? Good morning, salamat pagi, mayong buntag, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share a couple of our experiences in getting ourselves fully vaccinated. That's correct, we are getting the Astrazeneca second dose this time. Let's get started. We just received our second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and that is Astrazeneca. The government of Malaysia had to make it earlier this time instead of 3 months from the first time we received our first dose. In the recent weeks, the new variants have been wreaking havoc in the country, and that's pretty alarming. To control this, most of Malaysia is still on EMCO or still on lockdown to make sure that it wouldn't spread more than how it is at the moment. Hence, they really had to speed up the rate of vaccination in all citizens, including the expats, the foreign workers, just like me. First off, you would receive a notification from the government through the Malaysian app where we were informed on the schedule and the place of our PPVs or vaccination center for our second dose. We arrived in our PPV or vaccination center at 10 a.m. as scheduled. The area is full packed with people on queue for both first and second dose. Using your app or the Malaysian app, you'll be asked with the volunteers to check in first, and then you'll be given this form where you have to fill out. It's sort of a declaration form about your recent exposure to the COVID-19 virus. Patience is what's really needed in here because you'd have to go through 2 different stations where your form and passport details will be reviewed and checked. A personnel would somehow ask you about your experiences from the first dose, what are your expectations, after which you'll then wait for your turn and you'll be called at the vaccination station. So there have been new procedures done this time. The moment you enter the room or the cubicle, they would show you the vial where the brand of the vaccine would reflect. They'd also show you when they would draw the vaccine out of the vial, just to let you see the syringe is full. One new thing as well is you'd be with someone else side by side and simultaneously vaccinated together in that cubicle. I wasn't able to take a video inside because there's this huge sign where you're not allowed to take pictures or film yourself while being administered with a vaccine. Nonetheless, the Malaysian Government, Ministry of Health, and Mr. Kari Jamaluddin of the Ministry of Science and Technology have done a great job, and we cannot thank you enough again. I can't stop thanking you guys for including us, foreign workers, expats, and non-citizens in the vaccination program of the country. Of course, you have to bring yourself because you'll be the one. What? Something that we weren't able to prepare the last time is your ball pen. Of course, the vaccination center have actually prepared this time, but then it's much hygienic. One thing that you also have to make sure that you would bring is the COVID-19 card. This is the vaccination card that was given to you back when you had your first dose. They will provide some updates here that they would write down. A vaccine digital certificate would be provided to you right after the completion of your COVID-19 second dose. It will just update in your application. You will see the details in there. Good thing about this digital certificate is that the Malaysian government is currently working with other countries, not just in Southeast Asia, but also globally, to make sure that this certificate is accepted in all borders. Perhaps we can go home soon in the Philippines. Why not? There's not much of preparation I thought that you'd have to do. Perhaps if you can't sleep longer and well before the day of your vaccination, it will help you have more energy to go to the place, and of course an energy to spend after your vaccination. At the same time, exercise, condition your body just as if you're joining a marathon. Again, not needed, but it would help you. At least we have prepared, or we bought some paracetamols or panadols just in case if we get the expected side effects when getting vaccinated. It's It's been 5 hours and 15 minutes to be exact since we've had our second dose. So far, we haven't experienced anything odd at the moment, except that I have a bit of a migraine or a headache. Back in our first dose, we've had all the checks and all side effects that are expected, from fever to body malaise, muscle aches, even LBM. Grabe, it was too much. But one thing that I have mentioned the last time is that it's not really the same with everybody. Some of our friends who have had the first dose didn't really experience some side effects. Like I said, it's not the same with everyone, but then it's good to prepare.
The next day.
Actually, everything appeared to be fine this time. There were just a little bit of some body malaise and muscle pains, but it didn't really reach to the point where I would have a high fever, just like the first time. Well, I just felt so tired after going to the vaccination center and going back home because it's pretty humid and hot outside. We just took paracetamols 3 times before I decided to sleep. 4-hour interval from the time we've been administered with the vaccine. And now the next day, I feel so good. Siguro just a bit groggy and sleepy because I just woke up. Again, it's not to invalidate others' experience on the second dose. If they've had much worse side effects this time, it's their own body's reaction to it. So I hope and pray that this would be the start of everything.
Hi everything! How are you to find out?
I mean, for the new normal, new SOPs, new guidelines will be put in place amongst countries, especially us here in Southeast Asia, that we could easily travel, especially us. Our travel is more on going back home in the Philippines and visiting our family. We always have a choice if we are to take the vaccine or not, but you know, it's if you see the news, it's saddening to hear more positive cases being confirmed day by day here in Malaysia. So to my fellow Filipinos, to Malaysians, expats, foreign workers, if you have the chance to and the opportunity to take the vaccine, go for it. It's going to help you. Now, I hope this vlog have helped or enlightened your questions, your worries about taking the second dose of the Astrazeneca vaccine. If you have questions, you may comment down below and I'll perhaps try and make another content to answer all those questions you'd have. Thank you! Terima kasih! Salamat guys for watching! See you in the next one. Cheers!